Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a book haul because every time I've told you I'm not going to buy any more books and I'm going to impose a book buying ban, I lied to you. Anyway, they're just a bunch of new books. But what about it? So I'm going to start with the two books that I picked up from Waterstones on their buy one get one half price table. The first one is the book that I'm currently reading, which is Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. I'm nearly done on this one, as you can see. Let me read you the blurb quickly. From her place in the store, Clara, an artificial friend with outstanding observational qualities, watches carefully the behaviour of those who come in to browse and of those who pass in the street outside. She remains hopeful a customer will soon choose her, but when the possibility emerges that her circumstances may change forever, Clara is warned not to invest too much in the promises of humans. In Clara and the Sun, Kazuo Ishiguro looks at our rapidly changing world through the eyes of an unforgettable narrator to explore a fundamental question. What does it mean to love? I've heard really good things about this. I told myself I wouldn't buy brand new books, but I just have never seen this in any like charity shops or whatsoever, like secondhand bookstores, nothing. So I picked it up, and then obviously I have to get another one because it's gonna be half price. I picked up Elif Shafak's The Island of Missing Trees. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced it. I've heard really wonderful things about it, and this isn't like any book that I've read. In terms, well, I mean, I never read this, but I mean like the synopsis of it. This book says, in 1974, two teenagers from opposite sides of a divided Cyprus meet at a tavern in a city they both call home. The tavern is the only place that Kostas, who is Greek, and Defne, who is Turkish, can meet in secret, hidden beneath the leaves of a fig tree growing through the roof of the tavern. This tree will witness their hushed, happy meetings and will be there when the war breaks out and the teenagers vanish. Decades later, in North London, 16-year-old Ada has never visited the island where her parents were born. She seeks to untangle years of her family's silence, but the only connection she has to the land of her ancestors is a fig tree growing in the back garden of their home. I think this will be quite a nice holiday read, so I'm definitely saving this for when I'm like on a beach in the Philippines and needing to pass the time while I tan. This is definitely that one. Okay, and then I went to HMV because apparently they do really good deals. It was 2 for £6, but now I think it's 2 for £7, which is still not bad for their selection of books. I picked up two that I have heard very great things about, so I am excited. For £3.50 each, really can't complain. The first being Tasha Moshfegh's My Year of Rest and Relaxation. This has been on every sad girl book video that I've seen all over YouTube and TikTok. I'm really excited to read this. This says, young, thin, pretty, a recent Columbia graduate, an apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan paid for by her inheritance. Our narrator has many of the advantages of life, but there is a vacuum at the heart of things, and it isn't just the loss of her parents, or the way her Wall Street boyfriend treats her, or her sadomasochistic relationship with her best friend. It's the year 2000 in the world's greatest city. A glitter with wealth and possibility. What could be so terribly wrong? I've had really mixed reviews about this, but that makes me very intrigued, so I picked it up. The next book I've heard really beautiful things about, and I think I'm gonna really like it. It's Ocean Vuong's On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. First of all, how beautiful is this cover? Blurb says that this is a letter from a son to a mother who cannot read, written when the speaker, little dog, is in his late 20s. The letter unearths a family's history that began before he was born. It tells of Vietnam, of the lasting impact of war, and of his family's struggle to forge a new future. And it serves as a doorway into parts of little dog's life his mother has never known. Episodes of bewilderment, fear and passion, all the while moving closer to one unforgettable revelation. Apparently this is just like a beautiful book, so we're gonna read this. Also 242 pages, perfect. Okay, and then I was at the airport, and WH Smith's, like their bookstore, do like a buy one get one half off deal, so obviously I did that. So the first book I picked up is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I have seen this everywhere. I've seen really great reviews about this, so obviously I was going to buy it. So the synopsis says, under the influence of the charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at an elite New England college discover a way of thinking and living that is a world away from the humdrum existence of their contemporaries. But when they go beyond the boundaries of normal morality, their lives are changed profoundly and forever. I thought that just sounded really fun. However, I promised that I wouldn't read this until I've read The Goldfinch, so that's a chunky one to go through, but never mind. That's something I really want to read, so it will urge me to just get on with it. And then the last 3 books that I picked up are all from the same author who this is quite risky because I've never read anything from this author before. And the reviews for the books and the author herself are mixed, to say the least. But I read the synopsis for all 3 books and these were like right up my street. I don't know why. They just really intrigued me. No one's going to stop me from buying all 3 either and just risking, you know, disliking it and then just wasting my money. But who cares? These are 3 books from Lisa Taddeo. The first being, I think this is like the one that I've seen the most of, Animal. It says, Joan knows more than most of the price of pleasure, the horror of being a woman at the mercy of a man. Reeling from the public suicide of a former lover, she abandons her New York apartment and drives west for California in search of the one person who might help her unravel the brutal mystery of her past. I can't wait to read this. That sounds exciting. The second is, I didn't realize it was a non-fiction, but it doesn't matter. It's 3 women. I believe she follows the life of 3 women over the span of like 8 years. Stalker. And like their like sex life. So it says, Lisa Taddeo spent 8 years and thousands of hours listening to the women whose stories comprise 3 women, even moving to the towns they lived in to better understand their lives. So yeah, so I think this book follows like these 3 women and it like focuses on like the female desire. But yeah, I've heard great things about this, but I've also heard people be like, what a waste of time, what a waste of money. So again, intrigued. And then the last book that I have is also, surprise, surprise, by Lisa Taddeo, and it is her newest book, I believe, and it is Ghost Lover. This sounded so freaking interesting that I actually just want to read it next, like now. But alas, I must finish the 4 books I started because I am an idiot. But let me read you the synopsis. Behind anonymous screens, an army of cool and beautiful girls manage the dating service Ghost Lover, a forwarding system for text messages that promises to spare you the anguish of trying to stay composed while communicating with your crush. At a star-studded political fundraiser in a Los Angeles mansion, a trio of women compete to win the heart of the slick guest of honor. In a tense hospital waiting room, an inseparable pair of hard-partying friends crash into life's responsibilities, but the magic of their glory days come alive again at the moment they least expect it. In these 9 riveting stories, 2 of which have been awarded the Push Art Prize, Lisa Taddeo brings to life the fever of obsession, the blindness of love, and the mania of grief. Featuring Taddeo's arresting prose that continues to thrill her legions of fans, Ghost Lover dares you to look away. Ooh. I think this is literally like a bunch of short stories, but literally just said, I don't know why I think that one it is. So that's great. Also, I just think it's really interesting. There's something about her angsty, you know, like angry feminine heroes that I'm like, I don't know, I'm just in that era at the moment apparently. So yeah, I can't wait. I might have to literally read these next. I'm so sorry to the 500,000 books that I promised I would do that too. But yeah, so those are the new books that I picked up. I probably won't be buying, here I am again, probably won't be buying any more new ones, but I say that because I actually won't have time and I have to save money because I'm going to the Philippines next month. So yeah, I need to get my life together. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.